Hi, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 10 of 12 of Genuine Connections Sparked by Holidays. And today I have Jenna with me. And I really wanted to bring Jenna on today because she's so good with bringing nature back to us. And what I want to do is I know that when I'm in nature and when I pause, I feel so much better. So I wanted her to help elaborate on how do we connect with others, but I know that we need to slow down and reflect back in nature and also with gratitude in that combination of it all. And I know it's can be a little bit overwhelming, but I know Jenna is the expert on that.
Thanks so much, Michelle, for having me. You're absolutely right. And you hit on so many good nuggets there in the introduction. The holidays are a really stressful time because we make it so, right? And nature is one of the biggest gifts, no pun intended, that we have in every day of our lives throughout the year, right? And bringing gratitude is waiting for us in nature. It's waiting to reconnect with us in nature. And one of the ways that I would invite your moms to reconnect with nature and the gratitude within themselves is actually to take some cues from their kids, because kids connect with nature so effortlessly. They don't put I have to exercise when I'm in nature. I have to do this when I'm in nature. They just take it for what it is. And it's that beautiful connection. They know it's part of themselves, and they are totally okay with spending 20 minutes doing nothing, watching this little roly-poly bug, right? Or watching ants. I mean, they will connect with that thing for so long and just notice every little thing about it. When was the last time you did that? When was the last time I did it? When was the last time any of us did that? Probably
I have to admit though, in the past, like when my kids do stuff like that, I'm like, come on, we gotta go. Like I got this like feeling of rush on me, like we can't take the time to do that.
Exactly.
Any advice on that? Because I know I'm doing better with it, but
no. Yeah, and that's one of those nuggets that you said right in the introduction, is that you have to take the time, because there is no rushing this. There is no, I hate the word hack, because there's no hacking time out in nature, and you wouldn't want to. But that's where the beauty is, and that's where the gratitude is, and that's where we find ourselves again. And that's where we have all the, there's actually scientific research on our physical health when we're out in nature. We don't have to do anything special with our bare feet on the ground and taking in fresh air in our lungs. There's nothing special we have to do. But we have to prioritize it. And then also be okay with taking out those qualifiers that we have to do something in order to, I don't know, it's our adult minds, right?
So I so agree with, yes.
Kind of strip away those little qualifiers and just exist with that beautiful moment, because there's so much magic in it.
I love how you said like follow your children's lead, but I was also just picturing like getting that connection with your child as you're doing it with them. Like, but trying to see it through their eyes again. Because I know somewhere between the age of 5 and where we are now, like we've lost a lot of that. And so we can regain it by actually doing that with them. And then we're connecting with them, with nature, with ourselves, all in one. We actually are doing a lot at once without trying to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much wisdom our children have in, well, pretty much everything that they do, but especially when it comes to outside. And, you know, nature is such a big concept, but also very small in the ways that we can connect, and the ways that it feeds us. And kids know this intuitively. And so if we can, again, spin our perspective on, we need to teach them and do things with them and get them to, you know, connect with nature in the right way, then, you know, they're going to have this sort of outcome. They're going to gain these sorts of skills. But if you take, again, those qualifiers off there and just let them be, and then connect with them and what they're doing in nature, then, I mean, we can't, I don't know, there's just so much more to that than what science can prove or what we can qualify with our adult minds. So
I love it so much. Though I'm picturing my 9-year-old right now, and she will like whine and complain about going outside. And it's a battle that I will put up with, because I know as soon as she actually gets outside, like she will then never want to come back in. Like it's like, and I think that we need to push that a little bit. And I think maybe if I was a little bit more present or connecting with her and doing it, that might also have help as well. So you've inspired me to like go with her more. And so just saying, you need to go outside. No, we need to go outside together. And I think them seeing you doing that will help that process as well, creating that more connection between you as well.
Absolutely. And you don't need to go outside to do the same thing. Like you can parallel play, you can go garden and she can go work in her fairy garden or something like that. But yeah, to go out, I mean, that's really good modeling. It's healthy for both of you. And then, you know, there are probably projects that you can find together that would build your bonds. That would be really fantastic. But also, like I say, you don't have to do the same things when you're outside. So it's just building those healthy, I don't want to say habits, but just preferences. So that helps them now and into adulthood. Yeah.
I think that's so great. That whole, all the modeling. And then for me personally, like I need to get back to what do I enjoy with nature, but it's like, I've been trying to take more walks and getting out there. And I notice how much I feel better when I do it. Yeah. And I know I'm trying to focus on remembering that, especially during the holidays when we're stressed. And in that moment of stress of like, just even going outside just for a few minutes, just to get some fresh air makes all the difference. Even if it's just a minute. Like I can tell a difference. Or even when you're on your way to the car, if you pause for a minute or two outside before you get in the car. So I know me living in Wisconsin is pretty cold. I don't know about some of you with the snow and stuff, like, but we can do it for a little while. And just even that can bring more sense of calm to us during the holidays, and then give us more clear thought to what we need to do.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, just, you know, just a few minutes out in the fresh air, or, you know, in green spaces or white spaces that, you know, I'm in Spokane, Washington right now, we're very snowy. But just even a few minutes outside will calm your nervous system. But also you know, if you take small pauses throughout your day, then you're not going to feel so rushed and stressed and, you know, checking those things off your to-do list, like you've been talking about in a lot of the things that you say, Michelle. But yeah, taking those pauses and appreciating the now moment, and nature is such a collaborator in the now moment for adults and kids alike. We just have to recognize that and be open to it. Exactly.
And I think when we take those pauses, is to look around and have that sense of just gratitude for being. And it doesn't need to be gratitude for much, just being in nature and being with her. And then you start to feel like calm and peace, just to move you forward more. More moments we take of stillness, we actually move forward faster. Surprisingly.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And we, you know, our lives have just become so packed full of everything that we've forgotten how to do that. And I think, you know, I mean, wouldn't the world be such a different place if we started to make this simple practice something that we did daily, as, you know, just as often as we could? I mean, we would live in a very different world if we all did that.
I agree.
Yeah.
On that note, I challenge everyone to give that a try. I think we would be a lot more calm and peaceful. And if you want to gather, I invite you to the 2 women's circles I'm hosting shortly. The times are listed above. And I hope Jena can make one of them if she has it in her schedule. Again, even if you don't make this, just plan time for yourself. Let's put that in the now and schedule it for yourself, whether it's coming to the women's circle, whether it's taking that moment to plan in the morning. I'm going to go outside for a minute or two and take that time for me. Just plan it, ladies. Do it for yourselves. You do it to model for your kids as well. And so come join us for the Women's Circle, and I hope to see you back for day 11. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Jena.